The Cat Tree. Deep in a dark, dark forest there lived a lonely tree. A tree that's lonely in a forest, you might ask? How can that be? Well, this was no ordinary tree. It was neither oak nor pine. It was no cypress, no birch, no sycamore. This tree was feline. You see, a one-eyed warlock had cast an evil spell when one day a stray and thirsty kitten wandered by his well. "Mangy beast," he said, "how dare you deign to drink the magic water from my spring? Begone!" And in a blink, the kitten was cat no more. Instead, its paws sank deep into the soil, and from its head grew limbs that were lightly furred, and should a passing deer brush by, it purred. Seasons came and went, so many the tree lost count, but that forest never felt like home in the slightest amount. Others in the forest never spoke to the strange little tree with calico leaves and whiskered bark. Most who saw it would flee. Then one night, when a dark shadow was on the prowl, which moved with a deathly silence until it howled a deathly howl, it approached the lonely cat tree with fangs and claws bared. The cat tree wanted to run and hide, but couldn't if it dared. And just as the creature crept closer, its dark head bowed, something very strange occurred. It made a familiar noise. It meowed. The creature was a mighty jaguar, pure forest royalty, and she was not turned off one little bit by the strange and lonely tree. In fact, the more she sniffed and pawed around its trunk, the more she seemed to feel at home, until onto her haunches she sunk. And there she stayed, beneath the cat tree's boughs, and burrowed in and disappeared, until there emerged some new meows. The mama jag had given birth to a litter of jaguar kits, and there they lived, and grew, and played, and forevermore loved their tree to bits. Batter up. When the boy first saw the cat, he was surprised. Everyone was watching the batter, a fan favorite who had been struggling at the plate recently. The boy looked over at his dad, who had brought him to the game. At first he thought it was his imagination, or maybe his new glasses playing tricks on him. But no, there was indeed a cat behind the third baseline, a sleek gray kitty, hugging the field wall and darting behind the advertisements for hot dogs and tires. Soon others saw it too. People around them were laughing and pointing. The umpire called strike 2. The batter spit and hitched his pants up. In the outfield, 2 players had run towards the cat, who was now climbing up the front of the electronic scoreboard like a tiny King Kong. Suddenly, the cat was on the jumbotron, larger than life. Its green eyes widened as it made it to the top of the scoreboard. "Kitty Cam," said the caption on the jumbotron. The crowd went wild, cheering and chanting, "Kitty Cam, Kitty Cam." Back at the plate, the batter cocked his bat above his shoulder. The boy held his breath and reached for his father's hand. The boy heard the crack of the bat, and the ball sailed over the wall for a home run. His dad smiled and squeezed his hand. Across the ball field, the cat yawned and settled into his perch. They were all safe. The Cat Tree. Deep